Right now, we've got 176 people on the call, always stays in that range, and that is remarkable. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Let me start with what I know what's top of mind for everybody, and that is the actual rebase rewards. As we all know, as of Friday, we brought that online and it's calculating, right? The big issue and somewhat of the confusion, and I appreciate you, Slavic, for really stepping up and doing those videos to explain how to make, the people that haven't been connected to the new contract. All you essentially have to do at this moment is go log into connect your wallet to the dashboard. Once you're there, you want to go to the staking page. You want to click 0 for unstaking, unstake it, confirm the transaction. And then after that point, both you and your people, if they do the same thing, are going to show green in the back office, right? And then 8 hours later, then your rewards for them and for yourself will start calculating. And that's been running smooth. I know there's been a little confusion. It's like, oh, I did this, but I don't see my rewards. But if you could take the time, connect with the people that you invited to make sure they do the same, so you can, enjoy those rewards. The good news, great news actually, is we're working since Saturday. We've been working on a script to plug into the contract, right? We basically took a snapshot of all the wallets. We're going to be able to run that script hopefully tomorrow, all right? And then all the people that aren't engaged in Telegram, all the DeFi people out there in the universe, right? It'll automatically switch you from the old contract to the new contract. So if the process I just explained to you is, maybe a little bit complicated or you're busy, by tomorrow, all those people will be showing green for you. So that's great news. I'm very, very proud of that. But there's a few things we need to do today to take care of that. So I will notify everybody directly on the Telegram chat about that when that's done. And then we're really going to be, sailing high. So that's the one thing I wanted to update you on. I'm super proud of, not just Slavic. I know he called him out, but there's several of you I could call out right now that have been super engaged in the Telegram. It makes me so, just gives tingles up my spine that we have such a strong community that, even people that aren't in your genealogy, you're still reaching out, you're helping. The advisory team has been on point, like nonstop, day and night. I know this. And everybody benefits. Like I've always said, Steve early on in the call, he said, you got to know what your why is, right? You got to know what your why, the how and the what comes always after the why. And so that this, for those who may have heard this early on, is my why is just simply legacy. That's it. It's not the money, it's not the fame, it's not getting on here, everybody saying, oh, hey, Howard. I've been doing this a long time, 28 years, guys, 28 years. And I've had many successes. Sometimes they went well, sometimes they didn't. But it's the relationships that I built, right? And most of those, like early on mentors and relationships that I built are with me now to this day, 22, 23, 25 years later. So that makes me feel good. And all of that experience, multi-million-dollar earners, guys and gals that could do 100,000 people, like right here, side by side with you, doing everything they can along with me to make sure that you are also successful. And you can also build a network, also build a long-term, stream of revenue and earnings, that you can then pass on and teach others. So anyway, guys, that's what my why is. But I do challenge you all to sit down. It doesn't take a long time, 5-10 minutes. Be quiet somewhere, sit down and say, really, what's my outcome with Veritas Vault? As Steve discussed, the staking is remarkable just in of itself, right? I said this morning when I got up, and I'm 12 hours ahead of everybody. But when I got up this morning, I looked at the Telegram chat. There were like 138 messages just from the time I went to sleep last night at about 10:30 until this morning. So that's exciting. But the point I wanted to make is that I usually glance at the chart, and somebody just put in like $28 into the deal, right? They got $28 worth of VDA token. And those people, as well as some people that have put in like 10,000, bang, 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 back to back. From my vantage point, guys, I mean, I really do mean this. They're the same. You guys are the same because, no matter where you are in the globe, right? As long as you've got access to a Web3 wallet and you have some funds, to push our way, we are all equal. Everybody's voice matters. So it just warms my heart that, and plus we're getting a boatload of DeFi people in this thing. I mean, it shocks me. All right. I mean, people just looking at the chart, looking at the project, and they're like, okay, bam, bam, bam. So as we grow, and we're coming up on October 1st, and I've got something interesting in a minute to share on that day. We're getting stronger. We had well, I think we've been open now, 48 days ish, right? And so much has happened, guys. I mean, positive as well as negative, right? We've had some people that have tried to, break us down. We've had some betrayals. We've had issues with the contracts and things like that. But we are finally, and I know for weeks and weeks I've been on these calls, right? As much as I possibly can, and I'm like, hey guys, just hold on, and hold on. And right now we've hit that tipping point. Okay, I assure you. So at least now you can see your rewards, you can claim your rewards, you can stake your rewards, you can sell the token, you can buy the token anytime you want. Looking into the future, looking into October, right? And I'll talk more about this on the first. Today I'm not super prepared, other than communicating to you how you can start claiming your rewards. But going into October, it is going to be phenomenal, phenomenal. Okay, I've already got the people, the teams, the expertise in place. I've got a stronger vision for our future. Brand wise, marketing material wise, social media, influencer campaigns and stuff. We're going to start running. So right now, just to hit the chart for just a minute, and I won't pull it up because everybody knows how to get there. What I've observed, right? Typically, I wouldn't share this with the whole group, but I think you guys need to feel this, right? You'll notice that even with the trajectory we've been going on, right, and even with all the buys and all the people that you're bringing in, you'll notice that you'll see sales, right? Sometimes, depending on the hour, you'll have people dropping like, I don't know, 500, 1,000, 2,000, $50, boom, 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 boom. And they're very, very well tightly timed, right? Which is a surprise. So it'll be like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, boom, 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 boom. And that tells me something, okay? I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm no kind of attorney, right? And everybody should do their own research, please, right? Just for your own comfort level, if nothing else. Is that there's some organized, right, early buyers, right, that are for some reason trying to keep the token price going sideways, which you guys have seen, okay? That's no mystery to anybody. But what I want to tell you this, all right, and I deeply believe this, and I know this because I know what our supply is, I know what's coming, and I know the volume of people that are going to start jumping in, once we kind of get a few more days in alignment here. Is that now is the time to invite. Now's the time, if you have a little bit extra and you want to just, add that to your staking, I assure you now's the time. Because when this starts going to $3, potentially $4, $5, I don't want the people on this call to sit back and say, oh, it's over. Oh, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, wow, that's so much more money. I'm going to get so much less tokens. Okay, this is truly the beginning. This is truly ground floor. Many projects, when they launch, they'll go well into 3-4 months before they start getting their stuff right. Okay, so as embarrassed I am that it wasn't absolutely perfect day one, I'm very proud of my team, right, and what we've done and accomplished so far. So I'm not asking you, to buy token, but I'm asking you to understand that because we're transparent, because we're open with our token, right? I haven't put any crazy type of restrictions on that token. So if you are interested, if you have people who are interested, right? Even if they put in, like I said earlier, like $28, $50, whatever, so you can secure them in your unilevel genealogy, which is infinitely wide. A couple of things happen. All right. You get to receive your rewards, right? Calculated and sent out every 8-hour cycle. But when you invite people, okay, you really leverage that. So when you, let's say you bring in somebody for, let's say 100 DAI worth of the BVA, okay? When they stake that 100, you're going to make 18% of everything that they have staked every 8 hours, right? So that's roughly about what 18%. So if they're getting 0.04, right, you're going to get 18% of that. And like I said, you go infinitely wide, right? This is not a race, it's a marathon. So you bring, you invite somebody, you're earning off of what they're earning. When they bring somebody in, you're earning off of them, plus those people, so on and so forth, 12 levels deep. And if you look at, and I hope everybody has clear access to this, we're paying out 100% of the rewards of all the people in your genealogy, right? You hit all 12 levels, that's another 100%. Okay, so we already know that's powerful. And then, even if you do come in at 20, I hope I'm not rambling here, right? This is all top of head, guys. So, even if you do come in at 28, right, and you really burn it up, right, you really are excited, you're really engaged in the community, then you can actually, with your compounding plus with your referral rewards that add on top of that every 8 hours, you can go from 28 to, over 100 and DAI, which is the qualifier, right? So you have to stake at least 100, DAI and VBA to hit the minimum requirement. And then after that, so anyway, I hope that's exciting. It keeps me supercharged, guys. Keeps me supercharged. And like I said, I've been thinking and had this top of mind for doggone 5 months now. All right. And I, even when I watched that little video that we did, it's inspiring. But moving forward, a couple other quick announcements to get you excited for Wednesday. And I'll be back I won't be back tomorrow because that should be a presentation call. But on Wednesday, I'll be back, and we're going to do a burn party on Wednesday. Woohoo! Right? For those of you who do not know, we're probably going to end up burning. I shouldn't say the figure because I don't want people to front run it. But we will be burning a substantial amount of tokens on Wednesday. We're going to actually do it live, and then because I want everybody to be notified, particularly you guys who are the most engaged. And when that happens, when you burn token, essentially the volume of token that you see for a market cap, it decreases. So with any token, whether it's crypto, it's NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, whatever, when you have a demand, right, and you decrease the supply, okay, again, in general circumstances, that can have a really positive effect on the token price. So again, if you're engaged, if you know some people, they may have, I don't know, 3,000. I'm just pulling a number out of the sky. But even if they want to come in for like 100 DAI worth of tokens, it's all good. Because I strongly suggest, okay, if you've done your research, if you understand the project, if you believe in the person that's invited you here, get engaged now. Okay, just get engaged now. And then you'll, as we grow, as things get sweeter and more pretty and, more useful and operational, we have a strong base here. Okay. That's all I'm going to say on that. Let's see what else is going on. Got some cool stuff coming as far as the calculator thing. I'll be working on that today. I'm always looking for like additional opportunities. I've got another meeting, shortly, to review, possibly bringing on some more value into the ecosystem. So between, like I said, staking, the rewards, token action, new ecosystem development, marketing and branding, that's going to blow your minds. Okay. Blow your minds. And I wish I could say more. I mean, I hate to use this type of, silly adjectives or adverbs, but we got some good stuff happening. So having said that, I really appreciate you every single day, every one of you. Right now, we've got about 2,700 token holders. When we start building to 10,000, 50,000, 500,000, 1 million, all right, and we have the base to do that, and we have the talent to do that, and we have the the reward plan to do that. So even though people sit back, it's like when when is it going to be locked? When is this going to happen? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The question I want you all to ask yourselves is: do you want to wait until after it happens, or do you want to wait before it happens, right? And that's all I got to say on that. So again, you got all of my heart. Thank you all for believing in this project. On Wednesday, I'm going to talk more about our early founders, right? Who really were the core cornerstone of this. I've got some cool things coming out for you guys on Wednesday. So mark your calendars. Wednesday is going to be a lot more exciting, more focused call. Right now, I'm just speaking from the heart and top of mind. But thank you all.